Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to thank you for giving us your time today and joining us here. My name is Devereux, and I am the current chairperson of EAGLE. EAGLE, the Equality Alliance of Gays and Lesbians in ERA. For those of you who have never heard of EAGLE, we are a community-based group here in Wexford. We work on a grassroots level, offering support, services and outreach opportunities to the lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender people of Wexford. We also operate on a regional and national level, networking with other LGBT organisations, lobbying for gay rights and for the full equality status of all the people of Ireland. EAGLE as a group have been operating on a voluntary basis in Wexford since June 2006, and one of the main reasons we're here today is to mark our second anniversary. We are also here to launch our new development company. We strongly believe that to progress, grow and achieve our aims and objectives, we need to be recognised as an official organisation. The formation of our new company, Wexford LGBT Development Company Limited, trading as EAGLE, is the next evolutionary step in establishing EAGLE as an official representative for the marginalised LGBT community in Wexford, the South East and in Ireland. While EAGLE will become a legal entity, it will continue to operate on a voluntary, non-profit organisation status. Incorporation will be a major step towards achieving charitable status, which is one of our long-term objectives. The formation of a limited company gives us much greater scope to pursue external funding and to be recognised as an official organisation. As a limited company, EAGLE becomes a legal entity. The EAGLE Committee view this as confirmation of our commitment to provide services and support to members of the LGBT community in Wexford. We want to send out a very positive message to the current government, the HSE, local authorities, local politicians and other community-based groups that EAGLE is not going to disappear. The voices, views, opinions and needs of gay people in Wexford and Ireland will be heard. Full equality in Irish society is being sought, and we fully intend to represent the LGBT population in making this a reality. Our current committee is working tirelessly on implementing our 2018 Community Development Programme, providing information, supporting social inclusion, health promotion and obtaining full equality. These are just a few of the areas we are focusing our limited resources on. I mention this as today one of our major projects is being launched. GW, our LGBT newsletter, is being distributed around Wexford this weekend for the first time. GW is a mixture of LGBT-related news articles, both local, national and from a world perspective, in-depth editorials on topical gay issues, light-hearted stories and interviews, famous gay quotes and trivia, contact details for the organisations and societies offering LGBT services. And we're also very proud to be able to advertise the local businesses whose support in the last 2 years have been vital. Businesses like South 51 here, where we hold the majority of our social events. GW is available in all libraries, hospitals, health centres, LGBT-friendly businesses, information offices around Maureen, Ross and Scorty and Wexford. It is also available on soft copy and is being emailed around to our extensive list of database and to individuals and organisations around the country. We are absolutely delighted to have a guest of the highest calibre here today. I'm going to hand you over to Senator David Norris, one of Ireland's leading gay rights campaigners, politician and prominent TV personality. Senator Norris kindly accepted our invitation to come to Wexford and join us in marking our second anniversary and officially launched EAGLE as a limited company. So can I ask for a round of applause as we hand over to Senator David Norris.
Voor een middelbouwgast Barry a Cardish. We usually let all us move out there, massive and low coins to shield style rule shot Salok Gorman. And that just about exhausts my Irish. I just want to throw it in anyway, because we're in a very distinguished company here today. Not only John and Barry, and I think they've been an absolutely wonderful team, but I have my good pal from Shannon over there, Senator MacDonald, who admitted to me sotto voce that her married name is Simpson, so she's Lisa Simpson. I should try desperately not to use that in the house, because it's so unfair. And of course, we have two distinguished councillors here from Sinn Féin, so we have a good spread. I think that is absolutely marvellous. I think it's very good, because as I was saying earlier on to a very nice young woman from Cork who's a reporter, I remember coming down to Wexford about well over 30 years ago. In the early days, we were kind of flying squad, and we used to put advertisements, and they were all in a kind of code. And they were in various kind of newspapers and magazines and so on, and we would meet people in hotels. We had to be very discreet, because hotels didn't always welcome people who were on the margins of society, even though we were frightfully, almost paralyzingly respectable. And I remember being down here in Wexford and meeting some people, and the weight of shame and stigma and self-reproach that just simply flowed off them, just from me. It wasn't any talent we had, it was just because they met another person who was in the same situation. And to go from that to this wonderful, confident young community with its interest not just confined to the young, because I know there is also in middle-aged, even old fogies like myself, and providing a range of services. And if you just listen to the language, and I said this on the radio, this is a beautifully produced thing, complete with misprint. Oh, it's wonderful. Homer Simpson, I think, actually said, I like my beer coat. And my homosexual flaming. But you have, I like my bear coat. But I actually like that better. But this kind of editorial said this: we are the generation that has to make this change happen. We are young, strong-minded, and able. With strength of will, courage of conviction, and a burning passion for equality, we will make our call for equality a loud and a constant one. And I have to say, I think we need to, because there is still a way to go. We've come a long way from Wexford's first appearances in the annals of gay history, which was under the aegis of Bishop John Atherton, of whom perhaps you have heard, because in the 17th century it was discovered, he was a very political Church of Ireland bishop here, he discovered that the Tudor statutes outlawing sexual intimacy of any kind between men had not made it across the Irish Sea to Ireland. So rather in the opportunistic manner of the Reverend Ian Paisley up the road, he mounted a Save Ireland from Sodomy campaign, and he was successful. But there's a moral to the lesson, because he was rumbled, and he was the first victim. He himself was a fairy, and he was arrested, and he was hanged by the neck outside Christchurch Cathedral on Christmas Eve 1635. So let that be a warning to bishops everywhere. But I think with Eagle, and this very important day, where you've achieved maturity, and you're quite right, Barry, to speak of respect and developing it, and becoming an institution, incorporating yourselves as a company, taking these responsibilities. Some are a pain in the arse, like having to keep books, do all the accounting, present records to the company's office and all this. But it's a great education. I learned a certain amount about business. I'm not particularly good at from that.